downstairs.
I try to sneak by him. Or sneakily follow him.
Go ahead and roll stealth.
Yeah, that
21.
How I Met Your Mother when, what's her name, Lily has the hunchback and she's following Marshall's new girlfriend in the rain. That's you right now.
Whoever's bag is over there, she was in the bag. I don't think there's anything in there that she can hurt herself with.
She'll do her best.
Makeup
Fling
wipes.
so through the loops.
So you go ahead and you do a very good job of keeping hidden and keeping quiet. She's gonna fall.
Look at her canoodling.
You do a very good job of keeping hidden and keeping quiet, but you start to realize that he doesn't seem to be heading any particular direction. And in fact, you're getting out towards the lower tier, and people are starting to empty out. There's a few less, and then as he passes by a house, you see him turn and glance over his shoulder at you.
I try and duck and hide.
Go ahead.
7.
No, you do not duck and hide. In fact, you realize that he sees you and is in fact very likely leading you somewhere, and you turn to go into an alley, and you're gonna.
And there is no alley; it's a wall. Good luck.
You hit the corner of a building really hard.
I just kind of shake it off and turn and look at him. Is he still looking at me?
Yeah, he has stopped.
I approach him.
Aww.
Why are you following me?
What's going on, friend?
The fuck are you asking me? You're the one following me.
You were the one coming up to my room, and then you said you were going to ask further about a room, and you just left.
Why does my business make it any of yours?
Because it's suspicious. I don't
Look
like
at yourself.
I don't like being followed.
And he pulls a dagger.
Run away.
Or do a murder, get sent to prison. We'll rescue you too.
Notice that Delia said magic people go to that prison. Regular people
Pull the
have
trigger on my
regular
gun.
prison.
Back off. And he just holds his dagger a little higher.
I stand there.
I don't want anything that you've got. I don't need anything that you've got.
What were you looking for, and why me?
Just making sure that everything was where it was supposed to be.
Or everyone?
Exactly. You're gonna go on your way now, and I'll go on mine. Go ahead and roll perception.
You were rooming with Hannah.
23.
Damn.
You see 2 men come out of an alley.
I say, has this got to do with Rinner? Or what was her full name originally?
Renan.
Has this got to do with Rinnan?
The little thief liar?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. She's not there, so she's exactly where she's supposed to be. You gonna go on your way? And you'd probably be best to pretend you don't know her.
Who?
And he tucks his knife away.
Walk away. Go back to the inn.
Alright?
Ugh. But
Look at that little smirk on your face and your character building and snoopity snooping. Look at you go. That's my boober under.
Alright?
Yeah, that's right.
What's the bartender's name again?
Trishella.
Okay.
God, your own girlfriend.
yeah,
You
I
don't
was
even know.
gonna say.
They had 2 conversations.
They're married.
One
They have
was
a child.
one was him traumatizing her. Calm down. Oh, there's nothing. So. Is the group up and awake yet?
That would be up to... that would be up
She
to...
waited. Instead of running all the way around the chair, she waited underneath the chair for me to walk away and then ran out at me.
That would be up to you guys. How long did you sleep for?
I mean, I don't sleep that long because I'm a half elf.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say I go back to the inn
whole
Yeah.
time.
to get some dinner because I get or
Well,
lunch.
no, it's still it's just
Yeah.
morning.
Oh, okay.
It's probably about mid-morning.
Well, yeah.
And it probably would have taken a good hour for you to...
Okay, well, I come back to get some coffee and breakfast, see if Tricella's still working, and see if the if anyone from the group is in the lobby.
Would any of you be downstairs?
I'm going to like brush his hair, his hair,
Okay.
and like make sure he looks like a presentable boy.
And he sits like this the whole time.
Oh, you're so handsome. Are you ready to be on your best behavior and go see the world?
Be on best behavior.
Right, because if you don't, what'll happen?
They'll go...
Right, exactly. And your mama and your mom and you're a nice lady and your
Mama too.
Mama too would not like that.
Okay.
Wow.
And then we'll get Rin.
And teeth.
Yeah, and then we're gonna get Rin.
Right.
And then
Okay.
we're gonna help.
Let's go. And I hoist him up and walk him down.
No, I walk!
Oh, what?
And he like wiggles down and plunks onto the floor.
Good being. Then I hold. You have to hold my hand though. And then I hold it. Let's go get breakfast.
Tiny little
I will go down to breakfast with them.
Okay. So
Once
you-
everyone's
we would
down,
probably be on the same
like kind of when we're all seated and eating, I go, so earlier this morning there was a man outside my room with the Thieves Guild checking into Rinna.
Interesting.
Just so you know, they know where we are.
For flavor text, I want you to know that me and Remember are doing the parent swinging arms thing when you hold them in between the hands.
Except Remember's having to like bend all the way over.
Be a good sport. Be a good sport.
Hold on to pocket instead of hand.
She's good to just run, babe. You just love her.
Interesting.
So
She went over
they
there
know where
somewhere.
we are. I don't know if that means anything.
Oh, here she is.
He left you alone though?
That was my whole entire soul just left my fucking body.
Touch your foot.
My hand was down and I just felt a nose and a tongue go. And I was like, God, are you out there?
Could I just please have one good day? It's you again? Give it a rest, buddy.
And Hiss is sitting there, and he's probably got his own little plate of food, and he is actually, for like looking like a 4 or 5-year-old child, he's sitting as prim and proper as anyone, and very deliberately
You're so delicate.
Sitting next to Engerad doing the same thing.
He goes, "Mama, I'm older than you," and then he takes a bite.
Right, you are older than me.
He's just, "Hi, Claudius." And he's just,
When did my boy get so old?
Let's play games.
and puts the fork and knife down.
Prestidigitation, I'm gonna make my eyes.
Wait, we're in the.
Yeah, we wicked are.
Yeah. I'm just gonna I'm looking down at him, nobody's looking at me. I'm gonna look up, make sure nobody's looking at me.
Go ahead and perception check.
Oh, shit.
What kind of bullshit is this?
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Was this a bad decision to use magic in a fucking illegal country?
She's perceiving first before she does it.
that's true.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
She'll natural.
Yeah, you think everything's pretty good.
Great. I love this plan.
And I just said the Thieves Guild knows where we are.
I
Yeah.
love
they're
this
probably
plan. We have
watching
people
us.
watching us close like you. Now you have
Also,
to.
Townsend's
to,
not there,
yeah.
by the way.
You have
So it's
to.
following through.
Who the fuck is Townsend?
He probably hasn't gotten up yet.
Oh, okay.
He needs to sleep like at least 6 hours. So,
Well, you both do,
yeah.
right?
Aw, then I didn't go down.
The damn normies.
Well, I mean, you guys napped. We said
True.
that before you went. You guys
Yeah,
took a nap.
we're rested.
We're all rested. It's fine.
Well,
Everyone's
still,
there.
Townsend's not
Except
there.
That's
Delia,
fine.
she's fucking asleep.
That's good.
Do your trickery.
Yeah, okay, fuck, okay. So I'm just gonna kind of lean down towards him and put a hand over my eyes so that nobody can really see. Like I'm tired, like I'm looking down like this, and then I'm gonna snap my fingers and my eyes are just gonna very faintly turn green. Because I can do a little illusion with prestidigitation.
And he goes, and then his eyes go green.
Okay.
And then you hear Trishella drop a cup.
Mm-hmm.
Are you okay?
Anyways, we're gonna go. We gotta get out of here. Yes, I'm sorry about that. And she picks it up off the floor.
Oh, let me help.
Good job.
I gotta help pick up the
balancing
pieces.
over to that.
Safine puts her hand down on the table and makes dead eye contact with Trisella.
Did you need something?
No. Do you?
No, you're probably,
Good.
You said that you weren't staying here another night, right? I know of somewhere else that, that might suit wherever you're going, but, and she, like, glances around. She glances around at a couple. She glances around at, like, a few deliberate tables, and she's... It has been lovely to have you, though.
Hell yeah, Trishella, come through.
Can I insight? I know this. I paused this. Can I insight check to see if I feel like she's setting us up to frame us, or if she's like,
Go ahead.
Is this sketchy? Can I insight check too?
Yeah, go ahead.
ooh,
Natural 20.
oh well.
Yeah, did you
Got
say
a
you
lot
got
of
a 4?
insight.
No, 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she's definitely like, hey, it's not safe for you here. Like,
Great.
But you all know someone who knows safe places!
We surely do. We got
Time to move hotels today. It's moving day,
I
people.
will be sure that your horses are ready for your departure. I hope that you have a very safe trip.
Yes, since we'll be leaving town.
Yes, I need it. And she, like, gathers up the last pieces of the cup and rushes off.
Damn.
Yeah, we gotta get the
I mean, that was probably the best turn of events.
You're right.
In my defense, Angrod is still not used to not being able to just do shit.
Yeah,
all the time. Like that
Makes
was in
sense.
character.
yeah.
No, yeah.
lady.
I'm glad you stuck to it. Hi, lady.
Would remember head back up to her
You
room.
guys need anything?
What
Anyone need anything?
To like
Water?
prep stuff, like to get stuff ready to
Napkin.
leave.
Yeah, as soon as like that situation goes on, she's like, well, hell, and goes back upstairs to like
So
pack
Tamsin
everything.
will probably still be up there,
Okay.
and he'll find out from you, I guess.
Okay, yeah, she would just go back up to the room with Tamsin, get up, we gotta go.
I'm gonna yank his stuff and like
Okay.
carry
When you guys get back to the room, you'll notice that Dila has got like one leg up. She's yogi style, like stretching. Oh, like I'm talking
Curious.
Unnatural.
and humming away, just humming. And she's got her hair like drawn back into a braid. She's just. Oh, good morning. How are you all today?
Good morning.
We gotta
Damn.
We gotta go.
I know,
We
she's
gotta
like-
get on out of here.
What'd she do?
She bolted.
Run.
She saw that was open and she ran as fast as she possibly could. She's right there now.
Does she have some water too?
She tried to beat me through it.
Yeah, of course.
Y'all, we gotta go fight something. This has been a 50-minute conversation
It really
in real time.
She's also changed into what the green color that you guys saw before. That's her shtick, if you will. But she's got harem pants on now and like
Yes.
a very ornate, just like silky looking top.
Good.
I love her. You said this is chocolate covered strawberry, right?
Yeah.
They don't do peanuts or anything.
No, it's completely allergen free.
Wow.
God, they're good.
Alright, well, after we gather our things, I'm going to take his to the
Hi,
tailor.
Yuno.
Wanna go pick up our dresses?
I'm more excited
Well,
than
Taylor.
nothing.
We need a
That thing I
place.
bought for you is going to be ready.
We need a place to meet. We're not coming back here.
Please mind if I went to the dress shop with you? I have yet to go into one in this town for quite some time.
Alright, we'll just all wander around aimlessly. Goodbye.
No, wait, Tamsin.
It's okay.
What
It's
inn are
fine.
we gonna go to? What safe haven inn? Is it called the safe haven
I
inn?
just want you to know she's absolutely that lady that would be like, I don't care what else you're saying to me right now. It could have been so important, but I want to hear this right now. Oh, yes.
Have we left yet?
No. We surely have.
We're trying to decide where we're gonna meet up.
There's an inn that Delia
Sarah,
can
do you have
recommend.
a specific inn you want them to go to?
It's called Pines Envy.
Yes, it's called the Pines Envy. I should have mentioned this before, but the resistance of the mages, another part of their business, if you will, if you prefer to look at it that way. We provide safe havens for families who cannot leave Iran for monetary purposes. We try to help them hide.
Nice. Alright, well that's where we'll meet at the end of the day.
Is that middle tier, lower tier?
Lower tier.
Lower tier.
Okay.
Put us
It's
up in this
not
place
the
instead of the magic friendly place.
Most fancy place, but it will be a safe.
We shouldn't be here for much longer
Your
anyways, so
What was the
that
name
should
of
do.
that?
Pines Envy.
Pines Envy.
Fuck.
Really good.
Do you ever have like strawberry ice cream that tastes like real strawberries?
Yeah.
That.
They go really fucking hard. They're all really good.
You have to taste the icing. This is incredible. The cake is just cake.
So we're packing up then.
Right?
So Tim's
It's
just
like
gonna
liquid
pack
ice
up all of
cream.
his stuff and make sure he has fits in.
Oh, his stuff.
Oh, yeah, we would have gone up it to get that stuff,
Yeah.
and I would have cleared out all of my drug making equipment.
Oh, that's right. You
good.
guys made a little
I
meth
set up a
lab.
meth lab in there.
She is like origami folded everything, and you notice that her backpack
Clarification,
is
it was for
actually like
poisons
a
and
yoga
potions.
mat, but she's just expertly tied it together.
We don't have a bag of holding.
No, you don't.
Pissed. You need to get your shit out of your little hidey hole because we're leaving this place.
Alternate proposal. And I take out the bustle that I haven't put on this morning and see if I can get into the wire so that I can store his stuff in the bustle of this dress.
I mean, he doesn't really have anything huge. He has bits
I
and
can just put it in a
bobbles.
pouch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have another pouch. Alright, Hiss, this is what we're going to do. You're going to put your stuff in with Mom's stuff. And then when we get to the tailor, I'll buy you your own bag so that it's separate. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so I put all of it into my bag.
What a good little boy.
And he you've told him stay in boy form.
Mm-hmm.
So he pries it up with his fingers and then just kind of tosses it aside and you see his arm going under.
You have to pay for your bag though, because if you have money, you have to learn the value of what it is.
Okay.
Great.
And then he just keeps taking things out. She's definitely eating the pool noodle.
Yeah, she is.
Nasty.
Should I grab her?
Yes.
She's like, what the
If
heck?
you can.
Excuse me, madam.
I appreciate y'all not minding her running around.
We heard that and we were like, what is that?
Oh, you look at me
You
like
gonna
I
get
can see
sick?
you.
Yeah, you got snatched because you gonna get sick. No.
Alright, so to the tailor dress shop, ladies. Let's go.
Okay.
I'm so excited. I'm
Are we
gonna
all
get my
going?
weird thing that I bought for
Tim's
Angerod.
Where are you going?
Where he chooses.
I'll stay with Temsin.
That's some other bullshit.
Also, before we
The secret
leave,
people
I
might as well
asked
stay
Trishella if I can write her.
Oh.
And he'll never fucking remember to do
Yeah.
it, just like Tim's.
You, that would be fine enough. I cannot promise I can write back.
Oh, it's okay. You've just been so kind. It's just nice to have someone to talk to.
Oh, well, thank you.
A little bit of this.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Gives
much.
false
Guess
address
you
because of fear.
you can just write to me here, and I will look forward to your letters.
Timson took that opportunity to leave.
Perception check.
Fine.
Can I stealth combat?
16. I wanted to hang out with the boy.
Yes, roll for stealth.
Go ahead and roll to yeet out without being seen.
You'll to prevent a blossoming friendship, Daniel.
Come on,
Away from
Daniel.
your friend.
Totally will.
Stone cold
But
killer.
sure.
No one likes you, Claudius.
Nat 20.
Oh
27!
You
Him and
just
Fitsum are just gone.
Yeah, they're just
So am I just by myself now?
yeah, you're just by yourself.
Ooh, that's a thought. Our horses are
She
stable.
said that she would have them ready for us when we would leave, so I would imagine we could go get them later.
Okay.
We'll be able to get him. But yeah, so Claudius is just by himself.
Aww.
It's the first time he's been by himself since.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
In
left her.
roughly who was Delia going with? Yeah, you guys headed out.
Dress
The
ladies.
dress shop. All the ladies.
You know where
went
we're
out.
going, though.
Yeah, you
we
do
were
know where
quiet
we're
about
going.
it, so you could come join us.
She absolutely would have been like, would you like to come with us?
I'm
What
just
about
gonna go
you?
take the long way to the inn that we're staying
Oh, boy.
and explore the city.
Okay.
Aw.
All right. Who are we going to first? Because you're going to the temple, I guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Majority rules.
All right, we're gonna do the
Dress.
ladies first. We'll do the dress. We'll do clothes first.
Ladies.
All right, hold on real quick because I had completely forgotten you ordered
We ordered some
Wild
clothes.
couture.
We already paid for it though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I didn't sketch it up.
Including a 26 gold dress. I don't even know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I literally was just like, yeehaw, make this shit happen. And she was like, no. And I was like, if I come back and there's no dress, I'll be very upset. I wonder if she made it or not.
Well, give me like a minute because I completely forgot you ordered two,
And a bow tie.
yeah.
It's gonna be Rapunzel, Barbie, where she like walks in and out of the
Yes.
wardrobe and keeps coming out in weird shit.
The most formative sequence.
Yeah.
For my childhood.
Da-da-da.
Barbie movies fuck,
Was
y'all.
Bibble in
They're
there?
so good.
No, Bibble was the very
I'm gonna tell
top
you
one.
right now,
Fucking
we are
love Bibble.
absolutely having a Barbie
fucking
movie
love
night.
Bibble.
That's
Yeah.
Yes, I
too.
own all of them.
Yes, it was
See
like a
Mermaids?
crossover.
So do I.
And then, okay, so
Remember
here's
those
We were
fucking,
meant to be
orcs in
friends.
fairy
I
tale?
knew
here's
it.
what
So
we'll do.
good.
We
What were
watched
those?
the remaining dance recital videos, and then we watched
I got
Barbie.
mine.
Remember the fish in the DVD?
Yes.
I have
Oh my
mine
god,
too.
I have to
Yes.
see little
God.
baby Aaron on point. Yes.
My little sister would just sit there for
I have you
hours.
one
I'd have to
picture.
babysit
Me
her.
at 7,
And
twirling
she was like,
baton in
"Grandma!"
a neon
I was
outfit.
like-
It's
I
crisp. It's
This
delightful.
one
Fucking
recital
love
Can you
video
stop
of
her
me.
from eating the
Oh my gosh.
All right, ma'am.
She sounds like a
One
She
noodle
keeps doing
eating
it, then we'll just
another.
put it back
You
up.
have been stopped.
One noodle eating another, please.
You gonna throw it up?
I was like 6 or 7
But are
for
you
this
gonna throw it
recital,
up?
and it's
Did
a
she eat
bright
it or did she
fluorescent
just-
green
she's just trying to
tutu
destroy it.
with
Hey,
a
excuse me,
bright
are you gonna throw it up,
turquoise sequin
Excuse me,
Yes.
and on it a fluorescent green fish,
Excuse me.
like just
Correct.
fixed
Can I
fish
throw it up?
picture, and then a huge coifed like green fin on the top that's
Amazing.
matching like with sequins all over
Kepler
it.
is our his.
And I have like
Correct.
super teased hair with like a faux hawk down the back to like continue.
Okay, I know what it
the
is. I can't draw it right now, but I got it.
face makeup, and I like
Beautiful.
the whole
Okay.
thing was like this, and that was it.
I love that.
So, y'all make your way back up to Benevolence's shop.
Mm.
And when you step in, the women are still like adding a few bits on hems and like frantically sewing buttons in. And you can see that there are several other boxes actually like just behind the counter.
Are these fancy boxes with pretty tissue paper?
These are like wrapped with lovely ribbon and
All
like
my
these
Eloise
are
at the Plaza dreams.
yeah. And
Coming
so
true. Yes. Continue. I'm excited.
So-
I'm so excited.
So you guys go ahead and you walk into the shop, and the woman from before, I named her Layla, right?
Yes.
So the same apprentice from before, Layla, comes up, and she's actually wearing just it's a subtle, almost like resigned bustle and like a very soft lilac, and she just kind of bobs a little curtsy and good morning. You're quite early, but I think I do have your things ready for you.
Perfect. Let's see them.
Who will be going first? We do need to just make sure that the hems and such are the length that you require.
I like push Anger on first.
Oh,
Go. I want to see what they come
oh
up with.
lovely. All right. And
Julia
she
just kind of.
leads Angerod up onto this cushioned stool. And she's all right now. Yes, I think that this should work. Just one moment, and she brings out this partitioned screen. Kepler. Yeah, what are you doing?
She's typing, Mom.
She's like, I got
She has
And
so
so-
many important notes.
And
to
so
take.
they very tidily, and you were wearing the yellow,
Yeah, I
Bustle
imagine it's
kind of
probably
thing.
been what I've been wearing.
so they very easily just get you out of that, and they lace you into this this soft blue. It's robin's egg blue with. what is she doing?
Throw herself on the ground.
She down she went.
Miss Keisha. Oh my gosh, she's fucking dead. Here, don't move the chairs in.
Yeah, she literally she was right here and she was between the two chairs trying to like crawl down. But like it's a decent drop, so I grabbed her and put her over on the ottoman, and she went back to bite at my hand and threw herself off.
Oh,
Under the chair.
Probably.
Okay.
Because she can get under the ottoman, right?
Going back in.
yeah.
Just shake the food bag and she'll come out.
You're right.
Okay, so Robin
Wow, that's how I work.
dress.
So it is.
Snatched you.
So she brings out this gown that is robin's egg blue and the lace has been dyed this beautiful, rich purple, and there are soft, almost sage green buttons clasping the back. And it too is a bustled outfit, but it actually has sleeves that go up on either shoulder that make it look like you almost have butterfly wings on your back. And they are, you can see through them, but they are actually constructed out of very thin wire and lace.
Is this what I thought I commissioned, basically? Is this the passion project?
This is the passion project,
Cool. I just
yeah.
want to make sure that's what it is.
This is
Yeah.
beautiful.
And
Oh, it's so magnificent. I love it. Well, I didn't know what you were getting, but I'm glad it's this.
And the sleeves stop elbow, like mid-arm, and fall down into very just this gossamer fine material for the sleeves, but they're quite tight on the bicep with lace. Yeah.
Like, okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm. So you can actually, that tattoo on your arm is full display. Yeah.
Wait, is that going to be a problem? I'm going to turn to Layla. So, what do you think of... Do you have any tattoos, Layla?
Pardon me. And she just flushes.
I'm sorry, I don't know if this is a personal question. Basically, what I'm trying to say is I happen to have some tattoos, and I don't know if that's going to be a problem if I go into a part of the city where this dress would fit in.
I don't think they should be a problem, so long as you don't ask anyone about them. That's quite frowned upon here.
Oh, okay, so I did the one thing you're not supposed to do with them.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that.
That's quite all right. But is the gown to your liking? I think we need to just pick that hem up a bit there. But otherwise, it looks fine enough.
It is gorgeous. I appreciate it.
And did you want me to box this up, or will you be wearing it today?
Oh, box it up for me, please. Where we are going, I don't think this is quite appropriate, but I definitely have an event for it later on.
Ah, lovely. And she helps you out of the gown and boxes it up and has one of the other girls working there just wrap it all up in tissue.
How small does it hold up?
It's a box. Like, it's long enough to fit the shoulders so that the shoulders aren't bent at all. But it is a box. And it is also a bustle in another box. As your yellow dress will be, because it is a wire bustle and a lot of material.
I have a couple of extra hands. I can help you, sweetheart.
I appreciate it, Celia.
And which of you will be going next?
I will go next.
Very well. I've never really made a dress for anyone of your stature. It was an interesting challenge. You really don't need the... Well, yes. And she, helps you up onto the stool. And she also, helps unwind
Her head
your...
scrapes against the stool.
Almost a little bit. Top of her hair would definitely be coming close. And so she gets you into that blue gown with just that sash of white silk roses. And unfortunately, I couldn't, get it on that picture. But the silk roses go down onto that half cape. It, flows down into... Yeah. And so she steps back and moves the partition. And now, what do you... Yeah, I think that works very nicely. You did say this blue, right?
Yes.
And is it... You're not reacting.
It's really nice. You did.
You
did
do
a
look
great
nice,
job.
remember?
I don't know. You did great. It's a good dress. It's a good dress.
I don't
You
know.
know-
Does she not like it? What's going on?
Look, so it's, and she just kind of flexes and is looking at the
There's
reflection.
lots of room for activities, fighting and kicking.
I
Yeah.
did leave the shoulders more open so that you could move them up and down.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Did you want something more in the Iranian style?
Absolutely not. This is good.
Oh, okay. Well, lovely then. Will you be wearing this now? Or?
Please the box, thank you.
Oh, all right, well, I'm glad that you paid for it in advance. And she, like, helps you take this one off and boxes it up just as nicely. And this one is just the one box, mostly just to, like, accommodate the silk roses.
Remember, he's like, did it look good?
Just puts up 2 thumbs.
She just goes,
Tartar's blue suits her face. Anyways, and then she goes off to get, and then picks up his too. You know, I didn't think about this in advance, but maybe is there something? Do you have something off the rack that would fit my boy?
I can probably have one of the women find something that would fit this little munchkin. Oh, hello there. And he...
No. Hey, what do we talk about?
We didn't say no biting.
Right, no biting.
And he settles back.
We're learning things.
What a lovely boy you have. Yes, you can go ahead and find a suit for him, please. And one of the women, like, takes him over to go look at, like, just this small selection of, like...
Engrod will go with him because she's already done and she wants to monitor this interaction.
What I kind of want it to be like is not with, like, a collar or anything. I almost want it to be, like, really tight cut collar that goes just straight up. Not
very
turtleneck,
vampire.
but like
I
a
it.
structured tunic top, like collar that he can still put like a bow tie on.
Well, it would be... I'll have to sketch it up, but it would be very similar to, like, the suits and stuff
That's
like
fine.
that. So, but then she goes ahead and she helps Safine change into the first blue that Safine has ever worn in her entire life. And then she goes ahead and straightens up the ribbon at the back and twists the ties and makes sure that it's snug enough. And then she moves the partition and angles the mirror. There we go. That fits rather nicely, I think.
Would Engrod have any idea of the significance?
She's told you guys that they don't wear blue.
Someone's
until
tried
they...
to pick out blue for me before,
Yeah.
and I haven't been able to.
I'm just gonna, Engrod's just gonna kind of go up and, like, looking at it in the mirror with Safine, just gonna kind of, like, hold Safine's hand.
As
like,
soon as
in
you hold her
solidarity.
hand, you just hear her go.
It looks lovely.
She just holds your hand tighter.
She sees that you're holding her hand, so she takes the other hand and goes, you don't look magical.
Brooke puts a hand on her head.
What'd you say?
Head.
His
This is
done
a
as
team
well.
sport.
His,
We do it
his
together.
comes up and he's like, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it.
So handsome.
Mama, they took my skin. And he, like, gestures to a pile of clothes. He's like, don't like it.
Your skin.
I don't like it.
Alright, I'm gonna go change. I'm gonna like quickly take him away and like change him. What the fuck does that mean? Your skin.
And he, like, as soon as he's back into his clothes, he's like, I changed and then I got it. And then he, like, blinks at you, and now his clothes match the ones that you had picked out. And he goes, I don't like shopping.
Okay,
Oh,
sorry.
buddy.
When, okay, out of character. What the fuck does that mean?
When he uses wild shape, he appears as a boy wearing clothes.
So they took his actual skin off? Ew.
Innocence.
Yay,
Whoops.
magic.
I'm sorry, I wasn't aware that that worked that way.
And then he, like, crams the clothes that had been picked out for him underneath, like, ottoman. It's all better.
Okay, so sorry. Change back into your fun clothes, not these ones I just made you wear.
And then he blinks in there.
Alright, great. And so then I whisk him away from behind the, like, changing. It's great! We don't want the suit anymore.
Nope, never want the suit.
At all.
Mm-mm.
Very scratchy. And he's allergic to that fabric.
Oh, well, that's... I thought that was one of the higher end pieces, but alright.
He's a bougie child, I tell
So, well, you're fine with the gowns that you had. Were you going to wear yours, or...?
you. No, in a box, please.
Go ahead and everything is now
Mine is
tidily...
the smallest box it could possibly
It would be. Like, it doesn't have...
I need a satchel.
I'm sorry?
Like, I know this might not be your, like, expertise since you make dresses, but could you make me just, like, a little, like, pull-string bag? It needs to fit my boy.
It would be a rush order if you want it right now. Did you want to come pick it up later?
There are probably other places we can go to
You're
look
alright,
for that.
fine. We'll look somewhere else. I'll let you pick it out, His.
Do you also do accessories?
What sort of accessories, ma'am?
I'd like a hair clip.
I have bow
like
tie.
a little.
Well, I have hair pins and a few hair combs.
Safine puts the bow tie that was meant for his neck. Now she's scarred by it, so she just puts it around your head, so you have like a little bow on your head, but it's a bow tie. Here, you can have this. It costs like a gold, so.
She goes, well, this is cute, but I have ideas.
Great. I don't want this bow tie. Puts it back on the counter.
Well,
I don't need the money back, just I don't want it.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry that it wasn't to your liking, miss.
He has problems wearing these clothing items for whatever reason.
I see children can be picky. Well, we thank you for your business, and I do hope that you enjoy your fine new clothes. Okay. And she goes ahead and she does show Delia like a few hair clips and a few.
Are there any that are like the grabby type?
No, they're just like elaborate hairpins with like stained glass dragonflies and a few hair combs that are like covered in pearls and lace.
Oh, yeah.
These were a little bit too fancy for my liking, but thank you so much. They're beautiful.
She needs the dollar store clips, like the little
Yeah.
black and clear ones.
Yes.
Has Benevolence been back into work?
No, but it is still early. She might come later.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course.
I'm sad.
Send your Raven. You are close
Okay.
now.
And now we're gonna go ahead and go
Or
to.
I guess it's a rat now. I was
Well, and I have to cast the spell again to summon him.
Alright, we're
So
gonna go
probably
ahead and
do
go
that
over to Temsin.
Temsin's just gonna make his way to the temple.
Okay. I have all my temple stuff written down. So you go ahead and you make your way over to the temple, and it's fairly quiet. Still same as before, the open door, not a lot of hustle and bustle. And Ava is there again, and you just see her kind of like getting a bit of food together for.
It's like early afternoon?
It's just before noon, so she's probably preparing some sort of midday meal for the other people who work there.
So Temsin will go in and he'll bow. Good day, Ava.
Good afternoon again to you, Tamsin. Were you coming here to dine with us? As fate would have it, I did prepare a bit extra.
Well, perhaps I will then. But actually, I came to see if you had a place set up for meditation.
Yes, we do have the pool out just past the graveyard.
Wonderful. Would it be okay if I used it?
Of course.
Thank you. He's gonna bow and he's gonna head out to that pool area.
Okay. I think that's on the water rail map even. But you go ahead and go out there, and it is this still pool of water that has you can see some current, so it looks like it might be fed from some kind of spring. And the water is tumbling down to the lower tiers. And there's no one out there. It's very quiet and very still. You can hear the rest of the city going on around you, but other than that, it's very calm.
Okay, so Temsin is just gonna kind of like sit down near the water and just kind of, like cross his legs and just kind of like ready himself and just close his eyes and meditate and just try to reach out to fate to see if what he had experienced the first time was possible again. If any type of interaction like that was possible again. Or if anything else is going to happen, it's going to happen. So, but that was kind of his initial idea.
Alright. So, how long will Temsin wait?
He doesn't have a whole lot to do, so he would just sit and wait and meditate.
So Temsin sits. He sits quietly, He doesn't move. And he waits. And the sun moves overhead. Your arms and legs kind of stiffen and ache, but sit and you wait. And then you think maybe you feel something tingling on your arm. And kind of glance down and no, that was just a leaf blowing over there. And you close your eyes and you sit so long that you start to almost drift off. And then it feels like something is suddenly pulling your arms and legs all at once. Just a very sharp tug. And when you open your eyes, you're in this white space. And you see a figure standing in front of you. And they don't say anything, but you can tell that they're looking at you.
He's in the avatar state.
Can I see what they look like?
Just, everything
It's just
here
a
is so
figure.
bright, you just see the shape of a figure.
Would you have any kind of like inclination to go towards the figure? It's just all kind of neutral. So, as he takes like a step forward, hello?
Yes. And it's just this voice reverberating all around you.
Where am I?
You wanted to speak.
And he just like, has like a shocked look on his face, just like, no.
You were very intentional about it.
Your fate.
I suppose that's a word for it.
Would there be another word for it?
I like fate. And it's just this, you can't, you're not even sure if this voice is coming from
the
this
being,
figure. It's just
there.
everywhere around you.
Holy crap. Well, you gave me these markings and have helped guide me and my mates, and I just want to make sure that what I'm doing is correct.
Correct for who?
For you.
Oh, I thought that you were doing... You're all very confusing, you know.
Who's you all?
All of you. All of you tied and twisted and pulling this way and that way. It helps to give things a tug sometimes, but I sort of thought that you wanted direction on, yes, I should do what I want to do. I can fix that if you want. And it lifts its hand and you feel your arms begin to burn.
What do you mean?
Well, I can take it back.
That's not what I meant. I just meant, I guess I wanted to understand why I have them.
Well, sometimes we make mistakes and we let things go a bit too far. And I'm the one that pulls the strings. And you just see all of a sudden 1,000,000 red threads pull taut. And then it opens its hand and the threads vanish. So I could direct it if I wanted to, but I'm not really supposed to anymore. And each time it says this, you see a thread come into being and then dissolve, and a thread come into being and then dissolve, and a thread come into being and then dissolve. I thought you wanted direction, and when it does this, you feel your arm pull.
I did. And he's just kind of like feeling his arm. That's what I thought it was for. Forgive me. I'm a little confused with the teachings of the Order and what you're saying and what I've experienced.
Oh, I let them do what they want now. I pulled so many threads, and I thought that I was doing exactly as the world should do. But then the others said that that was wrong. And again, millions of threads that just dissolve.
The others? The other gods?
Am I a god then?
I don't think so. I just didn't know who you were referring to.
Well, I meant the gods.
Oh.
But did you have a very intentional question or not?
Well, and Tamsin like kind of pauses for a second. It's like, there's a lot of questions I could ask. Mogul. Do you know about Mogul? Isn't that why I'm here?
Oh yes, that one. And he pulls a thread, and again your arm like tugs. Yes, I suppose that is why you're here. But again, things change so quickly. Things get tangled and braided and knotted and twisted and snapped, and I suppose you're going the right way. Is that what you'd like to do?
I haven't thought about if it's what I would like to do. I thought it was what I was supposed to do.
Well, supposed to do isn't very destined, is it? Destiny just sort of happens. Supposed to do is directed. Do you want to be directed or do you want to be destined?
Gosh dang it, Siri.
I suppose the Order didn't teach a difference. So I'm not really sure.
Well, when you make up your mind, let me know. And then you're just suddenly back. And everything aches and your arms feel like they've been like pulled out of the socket and just slipped back in, and you're just laying there beside this pool.
He'd probably be like breathing heavy and kind of in pain, and he's gonna pull up his sleeves and like his pants and check.
You see that your forearms are bare, but your biceps are not.
It's always a good time when even Tamsin says, boy.
Tamsin's gonna head back in. I'm assuming hours have passed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Ava, for letting me use the space.
Oh, yes, of course.
Forgive me for not joining. But other things happened.
Other things?
Yes, fate, you could say, interrupted that plan.
As it is wont to do, I suppose.
Yes. Well, I must be going now. Enjoy the rest of your day. And he'll bow
And she bows in return.
and Tamsin's just gonna head towards that. Actually, he's probably gonna head towards the market at this point.
Okay. Yes.
What the fuck?
That, but also the destined.
I'm here for the destined.
Let's go ahead over to Claudius.
I don't know your mother's name.
Um,
No, I don't know your mother's name.
We'll come back to Tamsin in the
Yeah,
market
that's fine.
and what everyone else is doing. But what is
can we just do like a exploring the city montage and just see if anything happens?
okay?
I mean, he's trying foods he's never seen before, playing like little games at the side, going into every shop he can find.
How much money does Claudius have on him right now?
10 gold.
Nice.
He's being very frugal about this.
Okay.
But he has never seen or experienced anything like this in his life. Not only the freedom, but the variety of just
Yeah.
things.
So Claudius meanders off through the middle tier, and the middle tier is where like the market is. So you go down the color. What did I call it? Oh my god.
Color district.
Color district. So he wanders through the color district and just sees, people selling, like, there's a cobbler and there's just, like, dozens and dozens of different pairs of shoes. There's people walking in and getting, like, their boots shined. And you see, someone that's just exclusively selling hats and just, hats with feathers, hats with
He
flowers.
like goes in and tries them all on and like pretends to be interested.
The seller can see very clearly that he's not going to buy a hat. He's not going to buy that lace monstrosity that's on his head right now. And he just meanders through. What sorts of things would he buy? Walking down to Pines Envy. Yeah, what?
If there's like a candy shop,
Absolutely,
he'll buy
there's
like
a sweet
piece
shop.
of candy.
Yeah.
Because he's never had that before.
Yeah, there's a sweet shop with tons of different, like, candy sticks and little taffy balls and, like, all sorts of just anything you could possibly imagine. Go ahead.
Tries to find a couple keys, maybe a book.
Go ahead and take away 3 silver
Okay.
from his thing, and he probably finds a small beaten up book on poetry.
Cool.
He definitely would find,
Some
different
cool
candy
keys.
shops and probably finds like a random key that a seller has and is like, oh yeah, I don't know where this one goes. Probably to some old clunk and like,
And he just takes out this massive key ring and puts it on.
or it goes there and takes his money. And he probably spends a good portion of the day just being able to walk through the city.
Yeah.
No one accosts him. No one, hurries out of his way. He's, one of the first times in his life, he's clean and put together, and he's just
a guy being dudes.
walking through Watervale.
Anything interesting happen? Anything
No?
catch his eye from...
He doesn't... He would probably be watching for people following him again, and there's nothing. There's no one following him. No one giving him a side eye. No one beckoning him down any dark alleys. He's completely uninterrupted throughout his journey to Pines Envy.
Great day.
He has a really good day.
He like smiles for the first time in like 17 years.
Like actual smile.
Like actual smile, not even attempt at smile. What are y'all doing? Did you guys just head back to Pines Envy, or
I
did you?
told Tiss I'd get him some candy. Or sweets. You can go buy a bakery or something.
Maybe you run into Claudius at the candy shop.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, go ahead and play that out. Play out y'all running into Claudius in the candy.
Claudius, is that you, sweetheart?
And he's like, what's that there?
That's a candy cane.
Claudius!
It's a candy in the shape of a cane.
And she goes,
Hey,
oh,
guys.
it's so good to see you.
Oh yeah, just trying out my favorite candies.
His
Yeah.
hasn't had any candy. Maybe you could show him which ones you like.
And
Oh,
you
well-
look over and his hands are in a barrel.
Hey.
And he goes to Claudius like, well,
Hands.
these candy canes are quite delicious.
Hands. Now, here's the rule.
It's all shiny.
Right. But
It's a shiny, Mama.
Mama has to pee for all this.
Pay for all of it?
No.
Okay.
No. You can pick 3 things. Just 3. And then I'm going to take you to a bakery.
And he like wraps his arms around the barrel. 1.
No, you know what I mean.
1.
No?
This is just Sarah's self-insert.
Yes.
That is his.
No.
It's also Kepler.
Yes, it is Kepler. You know what I mean. Because then I'm going to take you to a bakery and you're going to be able to pick one thing.
But there's so many, Mama, and there's shiny buttons.
If you want to spend your money, you can buy whatever you want.
And he, like, digs into, like, your pouch where you put all of his things.
I know what's in there.
He comes out with, like, 5 gold and 3 silver, and he's like, these.
And that's his.
And he dumps it on the counter and he goes,
How much
this
does
much.
he have? Just out of curiosity.
He actually has 10 pieces of gold and, like, 12 pieces of silver.
Yeah.
He's been
And
snatching.
don't forget, you have to pay for your pouch, too.
And then he takes, like, half of it back.
Cool.
He goes, this money. And the guy, is you that much candy?
And she, like, mimes him, like, little small.
Just anything then?
Pick it out.
And his just like, oh.
Whatever, shiny wrapper.
And
Well, let's look together, okay? Let's see what we can find.
and he's like immediately drawn to like the candy ribbons that are just like glossy
Can
and shiny.
Julia have
and-
known this Candyman as when he was like a child or something? And she gonna be like, oh, James, it's so good to, your father would be so proud of you and the family business.
Oh my God, you're still alive, Delia! Hello. Yes, hi. Is this your grandson?
Oh no,
Great
he's just a friend. I
Great,
like to mix my way around. I like to know everything.
As all this commotion's going on, Claudius just slips away and continues his wonderfully alone
Why can't we have
journey.
any damn friends?
Y'all are friends.
He's
And
disappointed after Tenzin left. He knows,
There was
like,
just too
no
much
one
commotion.
likes
Everyone was
me.
like, Claudius, and I was like, yes, yeah. And he was just kind of standing in the back. He was like, okay. And just kind of like,
I know I'm secondary, it's fine.
So what does my boy get?
Hiss gets 2 huge paper bags full of candy. Just
I'm gonna
Keeping.
put my hand like behind the desk, but like past it so he can give me the change.
and he gives you like half of it.
And then I like slip it back into the pouch.
This is now just holding this candy.
Wow!
Do you have some of those little fiery candies your father used to make?
Yes, I have a few of them.
I'd like to purchase a couple of them.
No need at all. It's
Aw.
lovely to see you. And he gives you like 6 of these bright red candies.
She goes, oh, thank you, you're such a dear. And she takes his hand and just goes, tell your wife I said hello, kiss the children for me.
I will.
She throws all 6 in her mouth at once.
No, she just, and offers you one.
She tried.
You
Yes.
gotta be careful.
Thank
They're a little powerful, wouldn't you say?
I do make them a bit stronger than my father used
They're
to.
quite good. I like them.
She,
quite a
like,
bit. She
pulls
like
the
puts
twist
them in
back
her
up.
bag, just with the rest of the crap she has.
And eats it.
It's very hot. Like it tastes like someone injected your tongue with cinnamon and then decided at the last minute, hey, I like licorice.
Aren't they just fantastic?
Is
A
there
Iranian staple.
Yeah, they're good. And then she like quickly leaves.
And she winks at the man behind the counter and she goes, they never learn.
She like
They
spits
think I'm
it
so
out
sweet.
and is drooling outside.
is there any saltwater taffy?
Yeah, there would be a bit, but it would be very expensive. It's imported here.
I know.
welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
where you
I'm
can
gonna
talk
buy a
about your
couple.
wildest fantasies.
Okay.
Like taffy
Buying
and
saltwater taffy.
dresses and taffy.
It's actually going to
Real
be
life.
it's going to be a full silver for 2 pieces of saltwater taffy.
Damn.
We're
They're
nowhere
imported
near
from
the ocean.
Adboard.
No, actually, we're kind of close.
I
now.
miss home. I miss
Yeah, but
my
it'll make it there.
moms.
Aw.
Yeah.
One for each of
Sabine
them.
stumbles back in. Just eat one of those candies and you'll be set. You won't be sad about anything.
You'll
Except
be
for
cleared
what you're
out from
eating.
top to bottom.
And then she starts rummaging in Hiss stuff. Give me something sweet, Hiss. What's in here?
He hands you like a thing that's just covered in chocolate.
Oh God. I'm like eating
It's
it.
got a pepper on the inside.
No, it's actually just honeycomb covered in chocolate.
It's just like the Harry Potter pranks chocolatier, and he's bought this goof candy, but he's like with the wrappers on. Like,
Do you have any more of the fuck is the word? Shit you get from bees.
Honey.
Honey?
Honey. That's it. Honey.
I have some
Yes,
honey.
dear.
I have some honey sticks, and we have the chocolate-covered honeycombs.
Honey sticks.
Yes, these here, and he takes out this paper-covered stick that's about like this long. Yes, it's honey mixed with a bit of sugar and hardened up into a stick.
All right.
How many would you? Just the one?
For now.
It'll be 1 copper then.
She kicks him a copper, and she's gonna like take a full bite out of it because she doesn't understand candy.
Ah!
Ha. Fuck! What did you do to it?
You bit it. What? Are your teeth all right?
I don't know. She's just like reaching into the top of her mouth, checking teeth.
Teeth are fine. Would you like to roll a constitution to see if your teeth are fine?
Particularly, I haven't had to roll for anything else this entire session, and I don't want my 5 to be whether or not I keep my teeth in the candy store. No, thank you.
No, you're.
Land,
It's
D&D,
a
a world
candy.
of
It's
danger.
a candy stick. They're primarily for children. You just suck on it.
Gives back.
You
Claudius he hasn't left
And
it.
then
He's still there.
And then
He's like, Claudius like, yeah.
No, you already
totally
fucking
what
said
you
you
do.
left the building,
That's
Elvis.
totally what you do.
Elvis.
And
Elvis has left the building.
And then his has like a handful of the candy sticks, and he's sucking on all of them at once.
Ew.
He's got like Wolverine in between each finger.
And he goes, see?
He's been alive longer than you.
Surely has.
And the guy's like, yeah,
Remember-
children are so old.
Alright, time to go.
have
Past
to be
lives and whatnot.
Remember's
I
gonna
pick
look.
up one bag of candy. I'm like, all right, Mom, it's time to go. So we start to leave.
As we're like walking out of the shop, Remember's gonna look at Hith and go, you know, if you were growing up in Believe, one of your favorite games would be climbing up into a tree to knock a hive out of a nest and eat the shit out of it, not get stung. That was a good time.
Why don't you just burn it?
Oh my god.
Just wrecked childhood games.